shut the music off. I don't know if they're national anthem and doing lineups. Yeah, because I see Scotty's down there. Test, test.
Test 1 2.
Yep, I can hear you.
Test 1 2.
Yep. All right.
Test 1 2.
Test, test. Here we go. I'm ready when you're ready, Jeff.
All right.
Okay. All right, folks. Good morning and welcome to Carroll E. Thompson Field here in Waupun, Wisconsin for the Central Plains Regional Tournament. This is affectionately known as the Gus. We'll be getting started shortly. As you can see on the field, our umpires are having a little discussion. We got Armga, and Vandekalk. It'll be Austin Armga behind the dish. His dad, Randy Armga, the sheriff, out on the bases, along with Kent Vandekalk. In a little bit, Scott Van Galen, the voice of Waupun baseball, will be singing the national anthem in a little bit. He's asking to cut off the music now so he can do the lineups and the national anthem. So welcome everybody to the Central Plains Tournament here in Waupun as Scott Van Galen, will be introducing post 74 and 55 out of LeSueuer-Henderson, Minnesota, and post 41 out of Kaukauna, Wisconsin.
A few tidbits of information. There are bathrooms on the backside of the concession stand, as well as in the other building over there, right behind the tent, which is our beer tent. You can get beer at the concession stand also. Otherwise, I think we are ready to go here for game number 1, featuring post 41 from Kaukauna. They are the visitors. And LeSueuer-Henderson from Minnesota, post 74 and 55, they will be the home team. So here's your lineups first for the visitors. First, the non-starters. Number 5, Brady Kilgus. Number 7, Jordan Van Callenberg.
So I'm going to make sure that I turn up the microphone a little bit so you can hear the introductions of the team. Or just in case you can't, let's see if we can pick those up for you right away. So Kaukauna is the visiting team. So the non-starters are number 5, Brady Kilgus. Number 7, Jordan Van Callenberg. Number 12, Brett Sprangers. Number 14, Derek Hersfeld. Number 20, Logan Heindel. Number 29, Carter Steinecke. And number 30 is Xavier Stuber. We'll get the defensive setups here once we get there, unless, Jeff, you've got those in the book if you want to go through the batting lineup.
Sure. All right. Like Scott is announcing right now, Kaukana's starting lineup will be second baseman number 2, Gannon Vandehey. Number 6, center fielder Cody Gaber will be batting second. Batting in the third slot will be number 1, catcher Charlie Block. Batting in the cleanup spot, third baseman number 21, Xander Hippis. Batting fifth and playing short, number 10, Matt Bartell. Batting sixth and pitching, and number 16, Kyle Springstroh. Batting seventh and playing first base, number 28, Owen Halls. Batting eighth and playing right field, number 15, Carver Capel. And rounding things out in the 9th spot, number 4, left fielder, Owen Mursaw. And that'll be for the visiting Kaukauna Angels. And for LeSueuer-Henderson out of Minnesota, leading things off will be number 22, center fielder David Gupton. Batting second and playing first base will be number 25, Ethan Hathaway. Batting third, number 13, shortstop Sam Gupton. Batting the cleanup spot, number 11, third baseman Nate Gregerson. Batting fifth, second baseman number 26, Ben Miller. Batting sixth and pitching, number 8, Logan Feeney. Batting seventh and playing right field, number 37, Jacob Stolle. Batting eighth and catching, number 15, Camden Fay. And batting ninth, number 7, left fielder Talon Schwartz. Now for the national anthem.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly
All right, another beautiful Star-Spangled Banner by Scott Van Galen. Scott does this many times for baseball and hockey in the local area. Plus, he's part of a group called Men of Praise. It's a local men's choir, and they do a lot of a cappella singing. And it's a treat when that group comes to our basketball games and other sporting events to sing. And I'm hoping maybe during this tournament that Men of Praise maybe might come onto the field to do a national anthem. But
I believe that they're coming for opening ceremonies, if I remember correctly.
Fantastic. That is great. That'll be a treat. I can guarantee you that one. Once again, behind the plate umpiring, it'll be Austin Armga. And over on the third base side will be his dad, the sheriff, Randy Armga. And over by first base will be Kent Vandekalk. So you can't yell and say, hey, blue, because our umpires will be wearing red, obviously because of LeSueuer. Coming in at 16-25 from Minnesota, wearing the navy blue uniforms. And it'll be Kaukauna, the Angels of Post 41, in orange. It's kind of strange calling Kaukauna the Angels. I'm used to hearing them as the Galloping Ghosts, a nickname of their high school since the 20s.
Also, reminders, we do have a 50-50 going on.
So just as a reminder also that there's the live stream is on YouTube on Jeff's live streams. Let people know out there that if they're looking to hear the broadcast that they can pick it up there. Also, it's on Facebook if you search Waupun Baseball Video Live Stream. And both of those have commenting abilities. So I'll be checking the YouTube, and Jeff will be checking Facebook, and we'll both be putting some comments back out there. So if you have any comments that you'd like to share, tell us about some of the players, tell us who you're rooting for, tell us where you're listening from and watching from. We'd be glad to have that information out there and share it. I could tell you that when I was at the regionals, we got into the extra innings, and I asked people from Facebook to tell us who you are, and the first person who pops up, I think that team will win. And it was Waupun, and somebody said, go Waupun, and boom, hit, win the game. So get out there and cheer for them. And this video is out there all the time, so people can go back and watch it. The kids get a kick out of it. At the end of the game, we also will do some personal interviews with some of the players or the coaches, so please make sure that you stick around for that as well.
All right, our first two pitches were low, and it's 2-0 now to our leadoff hitter, Gannon Vandehay, who looks at a ball high and outside. The count now 3-0. We're starting a little bit early. The game was scheduled at 11. It's 10:57. It is a beautiful hazy day here at the Gus. It's starting to lighten up. 3-1 now. Count now to Gannon. Gannon will be playing second base for the Angels today. And this pitch is high, and Gannon will head on down to first base with the base on balls. Your pitcher for LeSueuer-Henderson once again is Logan Feeney. A lanky left-hander. And he came from the stretch right out of the gate, so I don't think we'll see him in the lineup at all. Facing the lefty center fielder, Cody Gaber. Gaber squares to bunt and ends up turning and getting hit on the shoulder. And he'll take a free pass on down to first base. And Kaukauna already threatening here in the top of the first with runners on first and second. Brings up their catcher, number 1, Charlie Block. I'd like to thank Jeff Sauer once again for setting up all the technology here so you can see this on Waupun Baseball Video Live Stream and on YouTube, Jeff's live streams. So if you don't know anybody that can make it, or if you're one of those that's from Minnesota, please hop on. Glad to have you. Join us and follow your favorite team. First pitch was a strike. Next pitch squaring to bunt, and that one is wide, and the count is now 1-1. Logan Feeney struggling a little bit. Kaukauna with runners on first and second with nobody down. Curveball that didn't break. Up high, and it's 2-1. Now to Block. Kaukauna comes in as the 2A champs for Wisconsin. Squaring to bunt. Block, and we got a steal attempt. And gunned down at third base for out number 1. Sidearm sling by the catcher, number 15. Landon Fay, they get the lead runner on this double steal. Count is now even at 2-2. As Fay adjusts the equipment a little bit, he had to hop down to one knee and throw it around the batter in the box and put that right on the money for out number 1. The pitch, Block fouls this one off to the right side. Count remains 2-2. One down here in the top of the first. Kaukauna posts 41 against LeSueuer-Henderson, posts 74 and 55. Once again, LeSueuer-Henderson coming in at 16 and 25, and Kaukauna coming in with a record of 14 and 6. The pitch to Block, he swings, misses, and we have out number 2. Brings up the third baseman, number 21, Xander Hippis. Logan Feeney finally settling in now. And this one popped up high into the air, into the Bermuda Triangle, and it lands right in front of the right fielder. And we have an RBI double for Hippis. Probably not the hardest hit ball today, but it's you hit it where they ain't, as Yogi Berra once said back in the day. And Kaukauna on the board first, leading 1-0 here in the top of the first with 2 down. So basically Hippis and Gaber trade places, pickoff attempt. And it brings up shortstop number 10, Matt Bartell. Bartell with the open stance. From the stretch, the pitch, Feeney. And that one's outside for ball 1. So after starting off with a rough start, Feeney's settling in, only allowed 1 run right now, and a strike call as this pitch just nips the outside corner. Little backdoor curve that broke late. Count is now 1-1. Quick look to second, another curveball to third base, and this one's foul. Remember, it's where the ball is, not the player. It's not like football. If he's got feet in bounds and all that stuff. It's where the ball is. Austin Armga very quick out of his box to make that call. Austin Armga, a former Division II basketball player at Michigan Tech, still has the athleticism. Another curveball, this time a swing and a miss by Bartell. And that'll be it for Kaukauna. As 1 run comes across on 1 hit, there's 1 left. And at the end of 1/2 inning, it's the Angels 1 and LeSueuer-Henderson coming to bat. right, welcome back to the Gus here in Waupun, Wisconsin. We are now in the bottom of the first inning, and it'll be LeSueuer-Henderson's leadoff hitter, number 22, David Gupton, center fielder, leading things off for the Blue. Ethan Hathaway will be on deck. On the mound for Kaukauna will be Kyle Springstro. And Springstro at the windup, the pitch, and leads things off with a curve for strike one. Strike call by Austin Armga, who works at Edward D. Jones here in Waupun, one of our sponsors. We'd like to thank them for our sponsorship. And another strike call. And quickly, Gupton is facing an 0-2 count right now. Another curve in on the hands. This one's popped up. Third baseman shading his eyes from the high sun. Hauls this in for out number one. Brings up Ethan Hathaway, our first baseman. Sam Gupton on deck, the shortstop. And first pitch ball. Big swing and a miss for strike one. Count is now even at 1-1 now for Hathaway. One down here in the bottom of the first, 1-0 Kaukauna. Another pitch, another breaking ball. This one fouled straight back. Count is now 0-2. You're watching the Division II Central Plains Tournament here in Waupun, Wisconsin. Our first game featuring Post 41 of Kaukauna, Wisconsin, against LeSueuer-Henderson out of Minnesota. As Hathaway fouls this one off to the left side, count remains 1-2.
See, Danielle is they're saying she's cheering for her favorite pitcher on the mound. So which one is it? You'll have to let us know, Danielle. Is that for Kaukauna or is that for LeSueur? So yes, I'm hoping your little brother will have an effective
with
day.
A fastball tails just outside. Apologize for interrupting you there, Jeff.
It's all right.
Count is now even at 2-2. Love the participation from the fans. Like to interact and pitch up by the eyes, and Hathaway could not lay off that one. And it's quickly 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Brings out number 13, Sam Gupton, LeSueuer-Henderson shortstop. Another breaking ball. This one fouled off to the left side. Nice scoop by the third base coach, and a nice fire over to the back to the pitcher, Kyle Springstro.
Cheering for Kaukauna is Danielle.
Okay, so Kyle Springstro, I'm guessing, is her favorite pitcher. Kyle's looking good early here. Ooh, another two-seam fastball, tails beautifully right off the outside corner. Super placement on that pitch. 0-2. 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Springstro, wind-up pitch. This one, fastball. This time, Gupton does not chase. It's 1-2. Kyle was able to get Hathaway to chase on the high fastball on the last at-bat. 1-2 pitch from Springstro. This one, breaking pitch outside. Nice backhanded play by Charlie Block, the catcher. Deuces are wild on the scoreboard. Springstro at the pitch. This fastball low and away, and the count is now full to Gupton. Springstro patting down the clay on the mound. Your field conditions are very good. Of course, we have the sport turf goes out to the shallow outfield as a shot patting down the backhand, and then a fire across the diamond to retire Gupton. 3 up, 3 down go LeSueuer-Henderson. And at the end of one, it is Kaukauna 1, LeSueuer-Henderson nothing. Welcome.
Now for Kaukauna, the top of the second. Pitcher.
Yep, go ahead. You're back.
Okay, welcome back to the top of the second inning here at the Gus. Game number 1 between Kaukauna and LeSueuer-Henderson. It'll be Kyle Springstro, the Kaukauna pitcher, leading things off for the Angels here in the top of the second. Logan Feeney, the left-hander, throws a backdoor curve that just misses outside. The count is now 1-0. Took a little something off of that one. Didn't quite get it to break soon enough. Comes up high. The count is now 2-0. As the throw back to Feeney goes awry. And usually something like this can either throw a pitcher off even more or get him a chance to settle down a little bit, slow down. And I guess it must have worked because Feeney comes in with a fastball, letter high, swing and a miss. Strike one. 2-1 now to Springstro. It'll be Owen Hall's on deck. Curveball in on the hands, fouled off to the right side. Count is now even at 2-2. Beautiful day here in Waupun. Probably in the low 80s by now. That's what the forecast was. Mostly sunny as the next pitch. Up and out. Count is now full to Springstro. Feeney struggled a little bit at the start, but then after they got Vandehey caught stealing, they were able to hold Kaukauna to 1 run as Springstro gets the free pass down to first base as that last pitch was low and in. Brings up number 28, first baseman Owen Halls. Capel on deck. Squares to bunt. This one's high, and the count is now 1-0.
Springstro over there at first base with a good lead.
This one in on the hands. Manages to get the bunt down third baseman, firing over to second. And the second baseman makes one heck of a play, staying on the bag and taking the one hopper and gloving it for the fielder's choice. And out, number 1. Can be a risky throw, but looks like have a little discussion going on here. Kaukauna's third base coach asking to go out to the sheriff, Randy Arnka, about the call. It was a force out, so I don't know why the Kaukauna coach is talking about something about the ankle.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that conversation was about. That's probably a good idea there. One of the things that's nice about having the broadcast up here with the announcer and the official scorer, we can get accurate readings here. So Scott Van Galen up here, trying to help us all figure out what's going on.
Then we have Sam Lenz over on the game changer as this pitch is inside and the count is 1-0 to number 15, right fielder Carver Capel.
I want to give a shout out again, so please let us know where you're watching from. We're looking for you to post that on YouTube.
And a line drive foul. Nice job by Capel keeping his hands in on that one, but he was just out in front of that one. And he hit a rope right between the third base coach and third base, and this one was a foul by about 3 or 4 feet. Count is even now 1-1. We got one down, one on. Fastball. That one's off the foot of Capel. Armga quickly calls that one a dead ball. Counts 1-2, so the runner will retreat back to first base.
We're always looking for information about players or teams, so let us know about what some of the extra activities some of these players do. It really makes this an interactive broadcast, and that's what we're looking for. We want you to get involved and enjoy it. It is an amateur broadcast, though, so if I miss something, I'm sorry about that. I'm doing the best I can to produce with the 4 cameras we got.
Swing and a miss. It gets away from the catcher. First base is occupied, so he's out. Don't know why they made the throw, but it doesn't matter. So Capel is out swinging, but
Gets a stolen base.
Owen Hall. So the thing is I guess you'd have to call that a pass ball. That's how Halls gets to second on that one.
That's how it scored?
Yeah, pass ball because it hit the catcher's glove, bounced away from him. Batter's out, strikeout, but Owen Hall then advances. As the first pitch to the number 9 hitter, Owen Mursaw, he gets sawed off and hits a soft liner to the short to end the Kaukauna half of the second. They get no runs on no hits, and they leave one, and at the end of 1.5, it's still 1-0 Kaukauna.
So again, we got a good broadcast view out there for those people that are watching on YouTube. So I'd love to have you pop something in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from, what teams you're cheering for. Tell us a little bit about some of the players. I'd like to know more about the catcher, more about the pitcher. I'd like to know more about the first baseman. Tell us more about your team. Tell us more about your city. We would love to have that here. So here from the farm, love to have that. So thank you guys for letting us know where you're watching from. LeSueuer-Henderson, let us know. We know that you didn't come with your full team because you've got some other commitments, but give us a shout out to the rest of how well the team did. We'd appreciate having that. So we'll be back here after we go through a couple of ads for our sponsors. All right, back here at the Gus.
All right, leading things off for Minnesota will be Nate Gregerson, the third baseman. And he looks at a curve ball from Springstro for strike one. Springstro's breaking pitch, working just fine for him today. Nice late break. Comes over the top quite well, so your break is not side to side. It's got kind of that, it's not quite your 12-6. I would say more like a 10-4, but it breaks down and away. Nice two-seam fastball from Springstro. The count is now 1-2. Bottom line, Springstro's got some nice movement on his pitches. Curveball just misses outside. You know, Kyle wanted that one. Count is even at 2-2. Pitch from Springstro, another curve, takes something off of that one, and Gregerson goes down looking for out number one.
That curveball dances nicely in there as it's coming right across the plate. It breaks just about before it gets to the plate there, so it really has the players confused.
Brings out number 26, second baseman Ben Miller. Fastball right down the middle for strike one. That fastball had some fire on it, so we'll call that the Waupun Fire Department Flamin' fastball. And it's 1-1 from Springstro. Another curveball. This one tickles the inside corner. Count is now 1-2 to Ben Miller.
Throwing strikes just like he's at Judson's bowling alley. That thing curved right in there.
All right, there you go. I'd like to thank Judd's for their sponsorship. As Springstro comes back with a Waupun Fire Department flaming fastball strike for out number two. Springstro already with 3 strikeouts today through an inning and 2/3. Brings up the left-hander, pitcher Logan Feeney. Hoping he can help his own cause. He looks at a backdoor curveball. This one must have been low. It's 1-0. Springstro gets the sign, wind up in the pitch. Fastball tails away now. 2-0. Like we were saying before, Kyle's got some nice movement on both his fastball and curve. He's been able to get the corners, and this one a fastball on the inside corner. Feeney not able to catch up with this one, and the count is now 2-1. That one in on his hands. Those are some tough fastballs to try to put in play. Another fastball. Feeney swings and misses. The count is now even at 2-2, and on the scoreboard, the deuces are wild as we have 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Wind up in the pitch from Springstro. This fastball in the dirt. Count is now full. That one blocked by umpire Austin Armia. Gives Charlie Black a new ball, and Springstro ready to work. Full count to Feeney, the pitch. This one is inside, and LeSueur has their first base runner as Feeney gets a free pass 90 feet away. Brings up number 37 right fielder, Jacob Stolle. LeSueuer-Henderson in the navy blue uniforms, Kaukauna in the orange uniforms. Nice curve ball, gets right in there as Stolle was fooled and froze for a little bit. Count is now 0-1. First time Springstro in the stretch this morning. Swing and a miss from Stolle. Count is now 0-2. We are in the bottom of the second. 1-0 Kaukauna. 1 man on, 2 down. Springstro checks the runner. Curve ball. Gets Stolle on his front foot. Lazy pop fly. Hauled in by the shortstop. And LeSueuer-Henderson, half of the second. They get no runs on no hits. They leave 1. And at the end of 2 complete, your score, Kaukauna post 41-1. And LeSueuer-Henderson post 74-55, 0.
18 pitches for
Welcome back here to the Gus as we're getting ready here for the top of the 3rd inning. Glad to see we've got some comments out there on YouTube, so thank you, Amy Black, cheering for Kaukauna. Can hear you cheering all the way here, Kaukauna, with a 1-0 lead. And Danielle, thank you again for commenting here. Way to go, Kyle.
So
Kyle has been doing awesome
so we got
so far.
Mom Black, the catcher's mom, I'm guessing. And then Danielle probably cheering. That's her son, the pitcher. But anyway, leading things off in the Kaukauna half of the 3rd will be number 2, Gannon Vandehey. Last time up, he reached on a base on balls and was stranded at second in the top of the 1st as he looks as a pitch outside.
What are we listening to?
All right, next pitch, a ball. The count is now quickly 2-0.
I was thinking I was getting feedback back here. I'm trying to go, what buttons do I need to push now? I spent enough time out
here. I put it
here.
up here so I could see the comments, too. I finally got into there. Also like to thank Derek Hoffman and Bill Woyan for joining the broadcast. Count now 3-0 quickly to the leadoff batter, Gannon Vandehey. And this pitch, a strike on the inside corner, a fastball. Count now 3-1. Vandehey taking all the way. Next pitch, low, and for the second time today, Vandehey will take a free pass down to first base. Brings up Cody Gaber, who was hit by a pitch and scored the only Kaukauna run after a double by Xander Hippus that drove him in. The pitch, this one, a fastball low and in. Count is now 1-0.
Haven't really seen a throw over to first base yet from the pitcher, so you can see Kaukauna gets a pretty big lead when I've been taking a look at that.
Yeah, and Derek, it says on there where we can find a bracket. This is pool play, and I believe if you look on video live stream, I think I have a schedule posted on there.
On Facebook, I believe it is, yes.
And off to the races is Vandehey, and he's in safely with a stolen base on that 2-0 pitch that was called the strike.
Freaky fast stolen base there by
Jimmy John.
Jimmy John's freaky fast.
Yeah. They're back. Thanks for sponsoring Jimmy John's. Last time we did this broadcast a couple years back, and it was a Jimmy John's freaky fast stolen base. So here we go. 2-1 pitch. Another fastball low and away. Cody Gaber, your center fielder. Last time up, hit by a pitch, and right now it's a 3-1 count with a runner in scoring position with nobody down here in the top of the third. He takes a peek, and this pitch, low, and Gaber will trot down 90 feet down to first base, and just like inning number 1, Kaukauna with runners on first and second with nobody down brings up the catcher, Charlie Black, who struck out swinging his last time up. Ended up missing a fastball up and away, trying to probably drive it to the opposite field. He squares to bunt, pushes this one, and pops back foul. Like to say hi to the O-Dog, Owen Hall. Thanks for watching. Let me know, Derek, if you're able to find the picture of the pool play on Facebook. You can also check Waupun Legion Post 210. That's another Facebook page, and it posted the schedule as a pitch gets away a little bit. I'm going to call that a wild pitch because Logan had that one high and away. Nice try by the catcher, but it popped out of his glove towards first base side, and runners were able to advance. Now we have 2 runners in scoring position. The count is now 1-1 to the catcher, Charlie Black. And this one is also up and away. 2-1 count with nobody down. Kaukauna threatening here in the top of the third as they lead 1-0. Pitch from Feeney. This one on the outside corner. Black fouls this one off to the right side. Counts even at 2-2. Charlie Black doing a nice job catching so far for Kaukauna. 2-2 pitch to Black. This one he drives deep to left to the track. And this one's gone. Charlie Black with the first home run of the tournament as he drives one 340 feet to left to the track. And this one's gone. Charlie Black with the first home run of the tournament over by the apartments near the Gus. A 3-run bomb by Charlie Black. Congratulations, Charlie.
Trying to get the instant replay button working, so I'm going to have to shut us down here just for 1 second so I can make sure I got it set up correctly. So I want to make sure we had that instant replay there. Trying to get the instant replay button working, so I'm going to have to shut us down here just for 1 second so I can make sure I got it set up correctly. So I want to make sure we had that instant replay there.
4-0. kept his weight nice and even. Coach comes out there to settle Logan Feeney down a little bit. But I'll give Logan credit. He's only issued 4 base on balls. So this one, the base on balls hurt him this one, and that was because that was the first hit of the inning. Brings up Xander Hippis. Last time up, hit a double. A hustle double. One of those balls that skied into shallow center and then drifted over into what we call the Bermuda Triangle and dropped right between the center fielder and right fielder. And Hippis was taking off right out of the box and ended up on second base, sliding safely. Counts now 1-1 now to Xander. If you're just joining us, we are in the top of the third. Kaukauna leading 4-0 on a Charlie Block 3-run home run. Owen Hall stopping in to take a peek at the tournament while on the farm. It's not too busy out there right now. All I know is I know a lot of farmers in the area are complaining about those Japanese beetles. I know my garden's been ravaged by them. Don't know what it is in other areas, but talk about a pain in the butt. Counts now 1-2 as Logan tries to calm himself down a little bit. He's going from the windup now. And the curveball up and away. Counts now even at 2-2. Nice line drive. Nice play by the third baseman for out number 1. Brings up shortstop Matt Bartell, who struck out swinging his last time up to end at the Kaukauna half of the first. Like to say hi to Joyce Rasmussen, who joined the broadcast. And this one, a shot right in the hole between short and third. Base hit for Bartell as he takes the first pitch and rips a hard grounder to left field. One down here in the top of the third. It's 4-0 Kaukauna. And brings up the pitcher, Kyle Springstro. Last time up, reached base on balls and was part of a fielder's choice where he was thrown out at second base on a close play. As Feeney with the pitch low and in for ball 1. Checks the runner, Feeney, and look at this. Hits it in the hole, almost hits Bartell that was running on the pitch. Springstro trying to stretch a single to a double. Head first slide. Springstro claiming that there was a defensive player in the way. But the sheriff says, nope, sorry about that one. So Springstro will get a single, but then thrown out trying to stretch that single to a double. So Bartell is at third base with 2 down. Brings up Owen Halls. Grounded in a fielder's choice in inning number 2. Looks at the first pitch, ball. Next pitch outside, and count is now quickly 2-0. Hall's a good size first baseman. Looking for his first hit of the tournament. And looks at a pitch inside, and the count is 3-0. It's 2 down here in the top of the third. Runner on third, 4-0 Kaukauna. Courtesy of a 3-run bomb by Charlie Block here in inning number 3. And Halls on 4 straight pitches. Ends up jogging down 90 feet down to first base. Brings up Carver Capel, the right fielder, who struck out swinging in inning number 2. We have runners at the corners now, as we'd like to say hi to Joe Kane joining the broadcast. Once again, Jeff Sauer was asking before, if you're watching, don't be afraid to throw something in the comments saying where you're from or who you're rooting for.
You can do that on both YouTube and on Facebook.
Yep, Jeff's YouTube is Jeff's Live Streams. So you can go either to the Facebook or the Live Streams page and comment. Like to say hi to the moms, the dads, uncles, grandpas, grandmas, friends and relatives of all the players. This curveball up high, broke nicely late, but that one stayed upstairs, and the count is now 1-1 to Carver Capel, the right fielder, as he swings and misses. The count is now 1-2. Looks like Logan Feeney slowing up his delivery just a bit to try to get that curveball to drop into the strike zone. Really, his only mistake of the inning was that curveball that hung a little bit to block, and he was able to drive it out of here. Count is now even at 2-2 with 2 down here at the top of the third. Another curveball, backdoor, misses just outside. Count is now full. Good chance the coach might have the players running here on the pitch with 2 down and a full count. Had that earlier last time, which is the reason why Bartel's sitting over at third base, as Capel fouls this one straight back, and sure enough, Halls was taking off on the pitch. Austin Armda asking for a couple extra baseballs to put in the pouch. Beautiful sunny day here at the Gus here in Waupun, Wisconsin for the Division II Central Plains Tournament.
Pretty nice so far sitting up here in the box here, but I'm sure it's going to warm up on the field.
Oh, and a fastball just nips the inside corner. Capel strikes out looking for out number 3, but not before Kaukauna is able to bring 3 runs across on 3 hits, and there were 2 left. And at the end of 2.5, your score: post 41 of Kaukauna 4, and post 74 and 55 of LeSueuer-Henderson 0. LeSueuer-Henderson comes to the plate, and it'll be catcher Landon Fay at the plate. His first bat of the tournament. Kyle Springstro, pretty dominant on the mound so far, as he has 3 strikeouts through 2 in the first pitch to Fay. A strike, thigh high down the middle. Next pitch, this one's low and away, and the count is even at 1-1.
Wondering where Springstro is on the staff, if he's the number 1 pitcher, number 2, number 3 pitcher. He's really got good command. Does a nice job, as you were talking about before, changing that arm angle on the way he's tossing the ball. So be interesting to see where what Kaukana's pitching depth is. So if somebody could let us know out there, that'd be great.
1-2 pitch. This one fouled back by Fay. Definitely some nice movement on Springstro's pitches. Nice tail action on the fastball, and then a nice late break on his curve.
Good velocity as well.
Yeah. And Fay strikes out looking. That strike had some fire, courtesy of the Waupun Fire Department.
Just as you were talking before, Jeff, that had a nice backdoor tail to that
Yes.
fastball as that comes in and just breaks right back in towards the batter on the right-handed side.
Yeah, brings up Talon Schwartz, the left fielder, the number 9 hitter, as he looks at a slider up and in, able to get out of the way of that one. LeSueuer-Henderson with only 1 base runner today, so credit there to Kyle as he struck out his 4th hitter of the ball game. And this one, a swing and a pitch, swing and a miss. Oh boy.
Talon, just a sophomore, starting his sophomore year. As I had the conversation with a coach before, that one bounces a little bit low. LeSueuer-Henderson not bringing their full team as they have some other commitments that are taking place. There's also some local ball, a tournament that's taking place back there. So their players staying back. Go ahead.
Talon swings and misses. That fastball up, and the count is even at 1 and 2, excuse me.
But he did want to make sure that we knew that these are very athletic players. Every one of these players plays multiple sports.
That's a good thing, especially the high school age kids. A lot of kids specializing and so forth. But studies show that kids that play multiple sports, there's usually less chance of injuries and less chance of burnout too.
Yeah, and I did not get a chance. Nice pitch there, right on the outside edge.
Tails on the outside corner, and another strikeout looking. That fastball had some fire on it, courtesy of the Waupun and Fox Lake Fire Departments, a couple of our sponsors.
Didn't get a chance to talk to Bill Gaber as much about the Kaukauna players. I was hoping that we'd get more input from the fans out there to let us know more about the players, if they play additional sports or if they're in band or what type of students they are. Or maybe they aren't students, so.
Or the thing is like, if these kids are like real good at math, real good at science, those types of things. If they're what they're planning on do if they're going to college, tech school, military, those types of things,
Yeah, we want to know that because these kids can go back and watch this broadcast. And they're going to see what fans out there were cheering for them and letting them know and sharing information with us. So please let us know.
Speaking of cheering fans, Shayna Stoop says, "Go Kyle." So Kyle's already got the leadoff hitter, David Gupton, at 1 and 2 as he's just pumping the fastballs here. And another one. And 3 straight strikeout looking here for inning number 3. So no runs, no hits, nobody left. And Springstro get the butter. He's on a roll, and he's got 6 strikeouts through 3. And the score remains through 3 complete. Kaukauna 4, LeSueuer-Henderson nothing.
6 strikeouts with no walks, no hits so far.
Just 1 walk.
Oh, sorry, 1 walk. I take that back. Yeah, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk, no hits.
No hits. Shh. No hits.
Well, he can't hear us up here.
Yeah,
So.
I know. Yeah. But isn't that like mojo stuff? Or if it's
Only if you're superstitious. We'll be back here with the broadcast from the Gus.
All right, folks, we are back, and it is the top of the 4th, and we have Owen Mursaw, the 9 hitter, leading things off. The last time he was up, hit a soft liner to the shortstop. Kyle Springstrow named a pitcher for the North All-Star team at Wisconsin Baseball Classic over there in Oshkosh this past July. Good to know. Thank you very much, Amy. Love it. I had two boys myself. One was a pitcher, one was a catcher, and they also enjoyed the All-Star atmosphere over there in Oshkosh.
Certainly is shown. Kyle definitely has great command, and that pitch moves really well. So I can see why he was named to that.
As Logan Feeney on 3 straight pitches strikes out Owen Morsaw, swinging for the first out in inning number 4 for Kaukauna. Brings up the top of the lineup, Gannon Vandehey, who's reached base twice, courtesy of the base on balls. And he was one of the 3 runs that scored on the Charlie Black home run back in the 3rd.
Yeah, you take that home run away. Feeney has pitched a decent game so far. The lefty.
As Vandehey fouls this one off to the right side. He's walked 4, and I had 1 hit by pitch.
5 strikeouts.
Yeah, 5 strikeouts. So, pretty much has matched the strikeouts with Kyle. But he just has like these little spots in the inning where, it get too much of the plate. And Kaukauna's a solid team. I mean, that's the reason why they're the AA champs. As Vandehey grounds out to the right side for out number 2.
I just wanted to make sure I gave some props out there to Logan Feeney, doing a good job there. I know that he was rather upset that he gave up that home run. But you do take that home run away, and we have a closer contest, really. 1-0.
Brings up Cody Gaber, who's scored twice. Reached the first time on a base on balls, and the first time a hit by pitch. As he's thrown out to end the Kaukauna half of the 4th. No runs, no hits, no. Don't tell anybody at work that you're watching.
That's one of the things that's great about being or doing the computer work, right? Fantastic. I'm glad. I mean, that's certainly what I'd be doing, too, is trying to sneak a peek as much as I can.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
keep typing away and sending us messages, and they'll think that you're really busy.
And big hello to Bubba Lou, Isaac Lumens, who's watching. Old number 32.
Shout out also to Lisa Grivdoni. I hope I pronounced that right. Great aunt of Owen Halls and Go Kaukauna. So that's what we're looking for, folks. Get yourselves involved in this broadcast with us so that those teams can hear you cheering for them. They'd love to hear that stuff, and they're going to go back and watch this and be able to see who's out there cheering and who was watching. So even if you're just watching, just let us know.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Plus, another thing is, too, is after the game, we plan on doing, like, post-game interviews. So, I don't know, I might go down there and embarrass them or something. Like, for example, right now, I'm looking to definitely interview Charlie Black with a 3-run homer, and then also the pitcher, Kyle Springstrow. But, the thing is if I can come up there and say, hey, Grandma says hello, Kyle, or Mom says hello. I know both the pitcher and the catcher, I'm sure those were moms that gave us information and said that they're cheering for Kaukauna. But anyway, leading things off for LeSueuer-Henderson here in their half of the 4th is first baseman Ethan Hathaway, who struck out swinging back in the 1st. One of the 6 strikeouts from Kyle Springstrow through 3. First pitch, ball 1, Springstrow in the windup. Comes with a fastball. This one's low. Counts now 2-0. Kyle is kind of looking at that, but Austin Armda's been pretty consistent down by the knees. He's got a little higher strike zone today. And a swing and a miss, and the count is now 2-1. Nice hack from Ethan. One of those that he just missed. This pitch is high, counts now 3-1. Springstrow pitching well, only 1 base runner the whole game so far. Allowed a base on balls back in inning number 2. Wind up in the pitch from Springstrow. This fastball fouled straight back. The count is now full at 3-2. Hello to Jane Sanderfoot Gates out there. Thanks for joining the broadcast.
Let us know who you're cheering for out there, folks.
And this pitch fouled back to the left side. Count remains full. Ethan Hathaway hanging tough. The number 2 hitter, first baseman for LeSueuer-Henderson. Once again, hanging tough again as he fouls one straight back into the netting right in front of us. Count remains full. It's the bottom of the 4th, folks. It's 4-0 Kaukauna, courtesy of a 3-run home run by catcher Charlie Black back in the 3rd.
Oh, a nice
And
curveball.
a big curveball that dips in there just above the belt for strike 3. That's his 4th straight strikeout for Springstrow. Brings up Sam Gupton, the shortstop, who grounded to third to end the 1st inning. Coach heading out there. Maybe they have Kyle on a pitch count. He's at 56 pitches. Isn't the magic number 60?
Yes, it is.
So I don't know. Maybe a little strategery going on here for Kaukauna.
Of those 56 pitches, 36 have been strikes by Springstrow.
So that's roughly a little over 60%.
Yeah, that's pretty
It's
decent.
Nice little fraction. Trying to put 36 over 56 in lowest terms in my head. But it is August. School hasn't started yet, so it's not as fast as I'd like. But
So it looks like the right fielder is going to be coming in to throw.
okay. So Springstrow will finish with 7 strikeouts this game, and I'm sure we'll see him again. So nice job by Kyle, and Michael Stoop agrees with us out there in Kaukauna. Great pitching. Great pitching. 7 strikeouts through 3 1/3. Yeah, put your hands together for
I'm good, Coach.
for Kyle. That's awesome.
I'm good. Thank you.
So they'll bring in number 15, and that's Carter Capel, the right fielder.
Becky Hippis here listening for Kaukauna. Go Xander. Xander's favorite aunt and uncle are watching us on this broadcast.
That's awesome.
So I'm sure that he will agree with that comment, Becky. So thank you for sharing that information. We do appreciate you listening and watching to the broadcast and being part of this. We really have finally got people to wake up at almost noon. I got 11:53 on the computer. So
well, it's Friday. People are probably at work, especially at this hour. But, right now some people might be on their lunch hour a little bit, taking a little peek in. I know we had a fan that is watching from work, and we're supposed to be quiet about that. So
we wouldn't say anything about people watching it at work.
I'd love it.
Right,
I love it.
right.
Kind of, it's kind of like, when you back when like the old NCAA tournaments going on, and you got your computer, you got the other tab open, so you can kind of keep track of what's going on.
All right, well, we're waiting for the warm-up here. We'll be back here shortly after we go through another set of advertisements for the support of this national tournament. Yeah.
All right, we're back as we have a new pitcher, the right fielder from Kaukauna, Carver Capel. And he comes in with a curveball. His point of reference is a little different than Kyle. Kyle had almost like a 3/4 delivery, and Carver comes right over the top. So his curves have more of that 12-6 break. as he throws a fastball 57 feet, and the count is even at 1-1.
Got a couple of other people jumping on, so thank you. Griffin Feeney, go Giants for LeSueur, Minnesota. Cheering for the Giants. And again, they have done really well here against the AA champs from Wisconsin. Also, Sue Hogard, way to go, Charlie. Keep it up from Kaukauna. And Lorraine Halls watching from Port Washington. So thank you guys for joining the broadcast and letting us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for, and who your favorite players are. Owen Hall's grandmother, go Angels. And back here now with a new pitcher.
So right now the count's 3-1 as Carter Capel comes in with one down here in the bottom of the fourth. Yeah, I did land it. We got our second base runner now. Sam Gumpton will head on down to first base. But, yeah, Charlie Black's home run, it cleared the fence by about a good 15 feet. I would say the greens are a little hard, so it didn't stick. He didn't use the loft wedge. As we might have, I think, our first hit of the ball. Oh, great play by the left fielder as he tracks this one down, coming over from, coming way over to left center. Owen Mersaw with that great speed out there to track that one down for out number 2.
Looked like it was going to be the first hit of the game, but again, Kaukauna solid. I mean, there's a reason why they were the AA Wisconsin champs. Shout out from Karina Hemme. Go Kaukauna. Great group of young men.
And a
wild
pitch will get Gupton over to second base as that one was in the dirt and gets away from Block. And for the first time actually this afternoon now, not still this morning, first time this morning, we have a runner in scoring position for the Giants of LeSueuer-Henderson.
They worked hard to get that so far. So again, that one getting away.
One getting away. Another wild pitch will bring Gupton over to third. So Capel struggling to find his rhythm a little bit, and looks like we might have a quick meeting on the mound.
Coach was asking just for him and the new pitcher. I'm sorry, who is that again?
This is Carter Capel.
Capel, so thank you. Just him and the catcher is having a conversation with the coach. Just looks like he's telling him, just settle down and throw strikes. Let her trust your defense. We'll be okay. He didn't want the infield to come and join him as I saw him wave those off. But also a nice Karina Hemme, go Kaukauna, says a great group of young men, coaches, and baseball families. So proud of all of them. So you're welcome for the broadcast. We enjoy doing this. Strictly amateur, so we try and make sure that we can get everything that we can on the cameras, and we hope that none of them crash. And so far, knock on wood, we've been lucky. So thank you guys for joining us. Looks like Coach Gaber. I believe that's who that is.
Yeah, Coach Gaber. And it's nice to hear, like, I have great memories of my boys playing ball, and a lot of it was because of the coaches and the families. It made those road games, easy. As Capel throws a fastball outside, and the count is now 3-0 now to Ben Miller, the second baseman.
Wanted to make sure that I could get a picture of the runner over there at third.
Wind up in the pitch, and a swing and a miss. So 3-0, must have had the green light going there. But you can kind of see by Ben's face, like, oh man, it's right, it's 3-0. So I don't think he had the green light, but he swung anyway. And this one's outside, and Ben Miller will take a walk down to first base. Runners are now at the corners. And this is LeSueuer-Henderson's kind of first threat of the ball game here with 2 down here in the bottom of the fourth. They're only down 4-0, so they're definitely in striking distance. From the stretch is Capel, and this one's a ball, and it's 1-0. I'd like to say hi to Alex Schultz, Derek Ron, and Joe Kane, who are watching, along with April Carlson. And Erwin Van Galen just popped on. Yeah, our
Scotty knows that guy?
Our PA guy, Scott Van Galen, says he might know him just a little bit. And it counts now 2-0 as Capel coming in, struggling a little bit to find the strike zone. His catcher, Charlie Black, going out there, just saying, hey, settle down. let's get these guys, and I'll buy pizza later. I don't know if you really said that, but, otherwise, you can head on down, right down the frontage road, just past right field here. There's a whole bunch of places to eat. And not too far away is Tony's Pizza. I'd like to thank them for being a sponsor of this tournament.
Just a little bit low. He's throwing it over the plate, but it's just coming in there, just dropping a little bit.
Yeah. 3-0 now to the pitcher Logan Feeney, hoping to help himself, and he'll take a trip down to first base as bases are now loaded. And it looks like the coach is going to come out before things get any worse. Capel, a little frustrated with himself. He knows. It's the second visit by the coach, so we're going to have a new pitcher. We have a courtesy runner coming in for the pitcher. That'll be number 10 for LeSueuer-Henderson. That'll be Logan Fay coming over to first base as the courtesy runner, Logan Fay.
Trying to see who came in now. As pitcher number 12, it looks like is coming in.
Number 12 for Kaukauna.
Brett Springers.
And I don't see him. Yeah, so I don't know who he'll be batting for, but
for 15, I think he's coming in for Capel because I saw Capel end up going over to the bench.
So number 12, Brett Springers is on the mound.
Danielle wanted to make sure that we clarified that Kyle is her little brother, 17 years between them. So,
oh, my.
Yeah.
Big family, I'm taking it. Probably about maybe double-digit kids, maybe. I don't know, but who knows? But, wow, 17 years in between.
We apologize if we thought that you were his mom. So thank you for clarifying that for us. We're going to be back here with the warm-up of the new pitcher. Got some new ads I want to run, so make sure that our sponsors get the love that they deserve. All right.
All right, it's Brett Springers on the mound, hoping to get Kaukauna out of this jam as number 37, Jacob Stolle, comes in to the batter's box. Last time up in the second, he popped up to the shortstop with a soft liner as he pumps one out to left and retreating a little bit before hauling it in is the left fielder, Owen Mursaw, and LeSueuer. The score remains 4-0, and we have completed 4 innings.
We'll be back here for the top of the 5th.
All right, here we go. We're back. It's the 5th inning, and the visiting Kaukauna Angels lead 4-0 as Charlie Black, who hit a 3-run homer back in the 3rd, enters the batter's box. This one, a hot grounder over to 3rd, fire over to the 1st, and they retire him on pitch number 1. So Charlie Black is 1 for 3 in this tournament. Brings up Xander Hippis, who lined out to the 3rd baseman back in inning number 3. Doubled in inning number 1 as he looks at a backdoor curve for strike 1.
So another shout out here on YouTube from 625 Sammy. Even though he's at basic training in South Carolina, Rhino is so proud of you guys. Go Kaukauna. So first of all, I want to thank Rhino for his service.
Yes.
And certainly here for the American Legion tournament. It's all about service. And we appreciate that. Hope that he's having a chance to watch. And if he can't watch, you can go back and find this later on and have a chance to watch the game. So thank you again for sharing that information. And Danielle, you got twin sisters in between you. I can understand why there's a spread.
Right. I just want to know, like, from 625 Sammy, what branch he's doing basic training. I'm guessing South Carolina. A little, I don't know. I'm guessing Marines. So if he's a Marine, hoorah. Yeah. Okay. Count is now full as Hippis looks at a fastball outside. Hippis is 1 for 2 today, a double on the 1st and lined out to 3rd. In the 3rd as he fouls one off that the catcher couldn't quite squeeze. Count remains 3-2. It's 1 down here in the top of the 5th. Kaukauna leading 4-0.
Top of the 5th inning, and Feeney with only 77 pitches so far.
So he's been efficient. It's just like you said, he basically made one mistake, and that's that home run to Black. But otherwise, he's been in and out on the strike zone, and not exactly like right over the plate. He's been on the inner half, outer half, trying to get that backdoor curve to come to work. And seems like what's working now is this curve that comes in on the hands as Hippis drives one to left center. Both fielders converging as it bounces off the warning track, and a stand-up double for Xander Hippis as he hits one to left center field. It's his second double of the ball game. He's 2 for 3. So,
who's the bat boy for Kaukauna? Waupun Little League always has usually has kids who are running in there. I just noticed that. I'm assuming that that's one of the Waupun Little League.
It is. But what the Kaukauna Angels did is they gave him
a T-shirt on there.
Yeah.
So I thought I'm taking out there. He went out there and hustled really well. So I wanted to give a shout out to him for going out there to get that. And I want to shout out to the Kaukauna Angels for supplying that T-shirt.
As Bartle hits one to right field.
Their territory.
And it's hauled in for out number 2. And as the right fielder stumbles and falls down, he's able to throw a one-hopper to the second baseman. Xander Hippis will advance on that fly ball. 2 down here in the top of the 5th. Brings up Kyle Springstroh, pitcher of record, who has reached on a base on balls in inning 2 and had a single and tried to stretch it to a double and thrown out back in inning 3. So he's 1 for 2 today. Backdoor curve. Springstroh's twin sisters and oldest sister say hello. As he gets one off the hands, but Kyle's a strong kid. He's able to muscle it out to left for an RBI single.
Right off the handle, that felt like. There's that little bat boy. I just wanted to make sure to get that shout out again. He came flying out of the dugout. High five from the catcher for Kaukauna. So to the bat boy.
Yeah, I say that's the Bat Boys. Those are good memories for them because our PA announcer, Scott Van Galen, can attest to this. When we went to Millbank, South Dakota a few years back with our kids, there's one Bat Boy that he liked us so much, we liked him so much that we requested that he be our Bat Boy throughout the whole tournament. And he was there. every single time. And for a while, we kept in touch with his mom, and how. And caught stealing to end the Kaukauna half of the fifth. Nice job by the catcher of LeSueuer. That's his second put out. Landon Fay. And they end up stranding none now, and they get one run across on 2 hits. And at the end of 4.5, it is 5-0 Kaukauna. Okay, brings up the catcher, Landon Fay, here in the bottom of the fifth. It's 5-0 Kaukauna. Give Landon Fay credit. He ended the Kaukauna fourth with a nice throw down to second base. He's gunned down 2 runners already today. And Brett Spranger's coming in and not wasting much time. He's already got 2 strikes on the giant catcher. Post 74 and 55. This fastball chased, and Fay, for the second time today, strikes out. Brings up number 7, left fielder Talon Schwartz. Last time up, struck out looking.
Talon Schwant, right?
Schwant, yeah, okay. That strikeout was Spranger's first strikeout of the ball game, and once again it looks like Spranger's got a nice rhythm going, as he's already got, looks like a 1-1 count here on Schwant. This one's high, count now 2-1.
Keep those comments going. We really appreciate that.
Also like to thank Danielle Kimmeth. That was Springstro's older sister, responding to Derek Hoffman about a bracket. So once again, if you look in, I believe it was posted. I don't know if I have it. I believe I posted it in the live stream sometime yesterday. But it's pool play, as Schwant pops up to the second baseman for out number 2. Brings up top in the lineup number 22 center fielder David Gupton. He's 0 for 2. He flew out to the third baseman in inning 1 and struck out looking in inning number 3.
I believe in this pool the other 2 teams is Waupun and I think it's Valley City, right?
Correct,
from
yeah.
North Dakota are the other 2 in this pool?
Yeah. As Gupton looks at a high fastball.
So one of the things that I do like that they set up in this Central Plains tournament is make sure that everybody's going to get at least their 4 games. So it's nice that you've traveled here from a distance and you're not going to be bumped out with 2.
2, right, exactly. So
50-50 announcement? All right.
No, I have the announcement.
Ready to draw?
No, he's saying why we don't get asked you guys want to have last call here.
I already got tickets. I was going to say 50-50 tickets. I already got you. Count now 1 and 2 to Gupton. Sorry about that. You had one of the.
We got the 50-50 going here. We're trying to figure out how we can Venmo it so that you guys can participate in it at home.
As Gupton goes down swinging for out number 3. And no runs, no hits, nobody left. And at the end of 5 complete, the score, Kaukauna 5 and LeSueuer-Henderson 0. All right, we are now in the top of the 6th as the Angels of Kaukauna lead 5-0. And we got a new batter in the box, number 20, Logan Heindel. So this is his first at-bat of the tournament. He takes a strike.
Just as a reminder, when we get to the end of the game here, we will have an interview.
And he will pop up this one to shallow right. And this one drops between the second baseman and right fielder. And that one popped off the second baseman's glove, so we'll call this one an error.
Kind of got in the way there of the right fielder. It looked like the right fielder wanted to take that, and obviously a little bit of a communication breakdown there.
Right. Yeah. Carver Capel, the pitcher now, up to the plate. Excuse me, number 12. That's not Capel. That's Brett Sprangers. I apologize. So Brett Sprangers in the box for his first at-bat of the tournament.
Multiple camera views, and I'm trying to do those in conjunction with trying to make sure broadcasting and ads and all that type of stuff. So if I miss something, I apologize.
And this pitch way outside. Nice job by the catcher. Snaring that one so it doesn't go to the backstop and eventually advancing the runner. So we are in the top of the 6th, 5-0. Nobody down and a runner on first. And Feeney with the pitch, and the count is now even at 2-2. So Sprangers came into action back in the 4th inning to pitch. And he fouls this one right off the end of the bat. He hangs tough.
So generally when we're doing these interviews, so it's going to be coming up here pretty soon, so stick around here as Jeff Taves will go down to the field and talk to the players, usually from the winning team, just because losing team usually isn't as motivated to have a conversation.
Hey, we have a chance at a double play, and they don't make the throw to first, but they get the lead runner, ground ball to third, and
on the fielder's choice?
Yep, fielder's choice, out number 1. Brings up bottom of the lineup, number 4, Owen Mursa. A couple innings ago, ran down a nice line drive to left center field, hauled it in. Keep the combined no-hitter alive for Kaukauna. So a courtesy runner right now for the pitcher, Jordan Van Cowenberg. He'll be a senior this year for the Galloping Ghosts as curveball. Comes in, letter high, first strike number 1. Mursaw 0 for 2 right now. He lined out to the shortstop back in the second and struck out swinging in the fourth.
First throw over that we've seen over to first base, and that was a nice little snap throw there by Feeney. He's had 92 pitches so far, so don't think that he's going to make the entire game.
But I think his Legion is at 105.
105, yeah.
So who knows? We'll see. We got one down already.
That's his 94th pitch, so
We'll see, because Kaukauna's top of the lineup's been pretty aggressive at the plate, hitting first and second pitches. As Owen looks at a ball inside, count now 2-1. One down here with a runner on first. Your score 5-0 Kaukauna. Ground ball to second. Chance to twist it. Over to short, over to first, not in time. Who's 0 for 1, reached on a base on balls twice in innings 1 and 3, scored in inning 3, then grounded to second in inning number 4 as he hits a line shot to center. Center fielder will camp under it and haul it in, not too gracefully, but gets the third out.
wanted a little bit of a more of a challenge, so he did that.
So a little degree of difficulty, and LeSueuer-Henderson leaves one man on, no hits, and at 5.5, the score remains 5-0. Oh, yeah.
And we're back.
All right, leading things off in the LeSueuer-Henderson 6th. Once again, welcome back to Waupun, Wisconsin's Division II Central Plains Tournament, as Ethan Hathaway is up for his third time today, looking for his first hit of the tournament, or just getting on. He has struck out swinging back in inning 1, struck out looking in inning number 4. Curved ball, fouled back. Count quickly 0-2 to Ethan. I'd like to say hi to Brent Del Ponte, who's watching.
Looking, hopefully we get some more LeSueuer-Henderson fans out there cheering for their team. They're down 5-0. They need a little bit of a cheering section here to get them rolling. See if they can push one across at least. And once they get that first run across, who knows what will happen next.
Well, they had a nice threat back in the 4th with bases loaded, but they couldn't get that key hit or key walk to get someone across, as Ethan grounds over to the first baseman, and he'll take it himself for out number 1. Brings up shortstop Sam Gupton, grounded to the third baseman in inning number 1 and reached on a base on balls in inning 4 and was stranded at third base in that 4th inning threat. We are in the bottom of the 6th. Kaukauna Angels are up 5-0 over the Giants of LeSueuer-Henderson, as we have a fly ball high, shallow center, hauled in for out number 2. The sun is out. Outfielders got their sunglasses on. Matter of fact, infielders look like the sunglasses are off the visors or not over the eyes. Yeah. You got a little bit after noon, 12:25 p.m., so that sun is high in the sky, so some of those fly balls can be difficult. It's nice that there's some clouds in the sky for some contrast. It's usually when you have those white skies, it's difficult to pick up the ball. And another pitch. This one's low, count now even at 1-1. Sprangers has come in and done a nice job to relieve Capel and Springstrow. As this one's at the knees for strike 2, count 1-2. 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. And a swing and a miss from Gregerson. And that'll end the Giants' half of the 6th. No runs, no hits, nobody left. And at the end of 6 complete, score remains 5-0 Kaukauna.
Welcome back to the Gus as we get ready here for the top of the 7th inning. You're listening to Jeff Sauer on Jeff's live stream and on the Waupun Facebook video live stream for baseball. And Jeff Taves here with the broadcast as we're going to get ready here for the top of the 7th. Strike in there from Feeney.
Is it? Yeah, it is still Feeney, right?
Yep. 98th pitch or 99th pitch.
Yeah, we got now it's 1-1 now to the center fielder Cody Gaber. Charlie Black on deck, followed by Hippus in their half of the 7th. Probably after this half inning, I'll probably be heading on down to the field. Gonna plan on right now, if things end the way they are situated, be talking to Charlie Black and Kyle Springstrow.
Once again, let us know in the chat who you're cheering for as we get ready for the end of the game, and we'll make sure that we mention you and that you're cheering for Kaukauna, or give them a shout-out for their win, or let us know from LeSueuer-Henderson that you're trying to root this team to come back here, coming up here in the bottom of the 7th, as long as they can play some defense here. Feeney's going to run out of pitches here before the end of this inning, and it'll be interesting to see who's going to come in as their second pitcher.
As Gaber hits one to right center field, both fielders tracking.
Oh!
Collision out in the outfield. Right fielder
Good
didn't
catch.
it. Center fielder shaken up a little bit. He's able to pop up a little bit. Little hitch in the giddy.
Looks like he got leg whipped a little bit there.
Yeah. So nice job by the right fielder hanging on to that, but my goodness, that could have been a harsh situation, especially with LeSueuer-Henderson bringing 10 guys here. So I'm glad these guys were able to get up, walk it off. I'm sure there's going to be
he'll probably have to get a little bit of ice there. I'm sure
Yeah.
there's going to be a bruise and something like that. So hopefully he's able to recuperate. That teenage body hopefully can recuperate a little bit faster than a few of us youngsters up here in the box.
finding out Yeah. As Feeney throws one low and in. Count now 2-0 to Charlie Black, who's 1 for 3 today. Struck out swinging in inning number 1. Put the insurance runs up there for inning 3 as he hits his second base hit to the left, just inside the left field line. He makes a turn. He'll stay at first, and he's 2 for 4. He had that 3-run homer in inning 3 and had a hard grounder to third.
That's going to do it for Logan Feeney.
Nice job by Logan Feeney, even though Kaukauna ended up with 5 runs. But, you know, he kind of, after having 4 base on balls in the first 3 innings, he kind of settled down a little bit.
Looks like number 25 is going to take the mound.
Number 25, that's Ethan Hathaway.
And I'm assuming that Feeney's going to go over to first because they have listed him in the program as pitcher and first baseman. So I'm assuming he'll go over to first base. He really did a great job on the mound today for LeSueuer-Henderson. Very impressed with this young man who was able to step up. Just a sophomore.
I was just going to say class of 2024, so yeah, sophomore.
Here's our winning ticket number coming up here. So Scotty's going to give us that announcement for the 50-50 and how much dollar amount there was.
All right, everybody, get out your blue tickets. 50-50 for game number 1 is $40.
Still up yet.
All right.
Brings up Xander Hippis, who has 2 hits on the ball game, both doubles. One a hustle double back in the first, and in the 5th he had a double and scored the 5th Angel run as he looks at a pitch inside and low for ball 1.
Breeze has picked up just a little bit as I can see the center field camera shaking.
Yeah, and I see the flag now. It's got a little more whip to it. Wind's going from right towards left center now. It's 1-1, 1 down. We have a runner at first, courtesy of the single by Charlie Block. And Hippis fouls one straight back. Count now 1-2 to Xander. Curve ball.
Great stop there by the catcher. Unfortunately, he was pulled so far out of position, could not make the throw. That's number 15, Landon Fay, with a great stop behind the plate.
Yeah, courtesy runner Owen Hall's able to get to second easily. I think that's number 28 out there is the courtesy runner for the catcher. 29, I stand corrected, as Hippis with his 3rd base hit of the ball game. And
Coach holds him at 3rd. That was a good play.
Carter Steinecke holds at 3rd.
So left fielder caught that on the one hop and was ready to come up firing, but coach saw that and was held the runner.
To talk to Xander Hippis too, along with our pitcher and catcher, our battery, or starting battery. Brings out number 10, Matt Bartell. He's 1 for 3, struck out swinging in the 1st, had a single in the 3rd, and then flew out to right field back in the 5th So we have runners at the corners. One down here in the top of the 7th for the Angels of Kaukauna, post 41. The pitch, this one driven to right. Fly ball. Looks like Steineke is ready to tag. He'll tag. Runner will retreat back to first, and another run on the board for Kaukauna on the sac fly from Bartle. Brings up the starting pitcher, Kyle Springstro. He's 2 for 3. 2 singles, both in the 3rd and 5th innings. He hits a fly ball to right. This one towards the right field line, and right fielder dives, not able to make the play.
Had it in the glove, pops out as he dives.
As he lands, and it's Springstro with a triple as he drives in a run. Little SIA insurance run for Kaukauna as their lead now extends to 7-0. Brings up Logan Heindel, who came in the 6th inning. Last time up, he reached on an error. Heck of a play by the right fielder. One of those he dove, and then, like I say, as he lands on the chalk of the right field line, the ball pops out of his glove.
I thought he had it for sure. It was right there.
It was right there. So a heck of an effort, especially after having the collision in right center not too long ago. So it looks like he's okay.
Hathaway's doing his job. He comes in. He's been throwing strikes.
Kaukauna just putting it in play and putting pressure on the defense. That middle part of the lineup with Block and Hippus, between just those two guys, you got 5 hits. And then Springstro down in the 6th spot, he's got 3 hits. So your 3, 4, and 6 hitters combining for 8 hits.
8 of the 9 total.
Okay. So that little statistic, courtesy of Scott Van Galen over there.
Yep.
Nice job. As we look at a ball inside, and Heindel will take a walk 90 feet away down to first base, and runners are now at the corners with 2 down. Brings up Brett Sprangers, who came in to pitch. His first at-bat was a fielder's choice in the last inning, inning number 6. If you're still joining us, it's 7-0 Kaukauna. Runners at the corners, 2 down here in the top of the 7th as a line drive is caught by the shortstop. Then the Kaukauna half of the 7th. And they get 2 runs on 3 hits. They strand 2. And at the end of 6.5, it's Kaukauna 7 and LeSueuer-Henderson 0.
Just as a reminder, here after this game, we will have an interview with some of the players or the coach or whomever we're able to get from either team. I think right now we'll probably be focused on Kaukauna with their 7-0 win. We will get to make sure that we interview all of the teams somewhere throughout this tournament. So stick with us, and I just want you to know that we're switching systems to do that. So I got the soundboard plugged in here right now, and then we have to switch to our wireless system, and we'll see. I did some testing, and I thought it worked, so I'm hoping that it will continue to work as we make that, so be patient with us as we try and make those adjustments here as we get towards the end of the game so that we can hear from some of the players themselves who are in this contest. So we'll be back here for the bottom of the 7th. All right, welcome back here to the bottom of the 7th inning. Leading off is Ben Miller for LeSueuer-Henderson. Miller with a walk and a strikeout so far in the game. 0-2 is the count. Jeff Taves headed down to the field so we can get the interview, and striking out looking is Miller. Brings up the first baseman now, Logan Feeney. Logan was the pitcher, is the pitcher of record. Did a great job, got through 6 2/3. Take that back, 5 2/3. Trying to get myself situated here. So the pitcher for Kaukauna is Brett Sprangers. And the catcher is Charlie Block. So Sprangers on the mound, doing a good job coming in relief. Throws another strike there, brings the count to 2-1. I'm not sure why the camera is not picking up the scoreboard. Maybe it's because I got thrown through 2 windows. So I'm going to take off that one pane later on so we can see that scoreboard a little bit clearer. May have to change the angle maybe of the camera. I'm not sure exactly. Might be focused a little bit more on the netting instead. Because I can see it clear as day here that it's 3-1. So it's looking good through the lens there. May have to make an adjustment over here on the... I didn't even pick up on that. So thank you, Sammy Lens, for letting me know that the lens is clear. Sprangers 3-2 with 1 out. Good job there again by Feeney fighting this off. Just a sophomore. Again, LeSueuer-Henderson coming in here with a very young team as they've got a lot of their older ball players have stayed back to play in a local tournament according to the coach. Plus they've got football that's starting already. And yes, there's some of the football players that are here, but multi-sport athletes according to the coach. Again, let us know where you're listening from and cheering and who you're cheering for as the end of the game, and give some congratulations out there. Nice cut there, but Sprangers gets the strikeout.
Goes down swinging for the second out, brings up right fielder Jacob Stowley.
Feeney had drawn 2 walks prior to this strikeout, so he was on base twice. Brings up now Jacob Stolly. Stolly 0 for 2. Made contact on both of them. Likes to pull it looks like, to the left side. Just as we said that. Tomahawk, and he gets a base hit and takes care of the no-no.
Stolly reaches on the first hit of the game for LeSueuer-Henderson. Brings up catcher Landon Faith.
Base hit to the left-hand side to break up the no-no for Stolly. Tomahawk that baby. Put her right into play. That pitch there from Sprangers into Landon Fay for a ball. 1-0 is the count with 2 down here from the Gus in Waupun. You're listening to Jeff Sauer on Jeff's live stream, and we are here for the Central Plains tournament, national tournament here for the American Legion. Double A, Class 2. Good contact again there. Kaukauna converges on it. The right fielder is going to make the out. And that's going to do it for this ball game here, as the score is going to be 7-0. And we're going to see if we can get things switched over. So please bear with us as I try and get this set up, and we'll see if we can get some interviews with some of the players, as these two teams did a fantastic job. I'm not sure if they're going to shake hands. Actually, they're going to, so it's good to see the sportsmanship. You'll see it on the camera, but you won't hear me until I switch over. So we'll be back here shortly.
Test, 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 test. Jeff, can you hear me? Test, 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 test. Can you hear me? Tell. Okay.
You're on.
All right. Okay.
Here's the camera.
All right. Got the camera.
Yeah,
All
go
right.
ahead, Jeff.
Well, our first game of the tournament, Kaukauna throws a one-hitter. So, good job, guys. Also, I'm talking with 3 of the guys that are responsible for 8 of the 9 hits for the Angels. And we'll start things off with the catcher here, Charlie Block, who stretched things out with a 340-foot bomb to left center. So, Charlie, a little description on that pitch.
It was right down the middle. So
One of those hanging curveballs. You were able to wait on it.
no, it was a fastball right down the middle. So
Baseball right down the middle. Not your first home run.
well, not this year.
All right. But also want to congratulate on a 2-for-4 afternoon and a nice job behind the dish. His battery mate, Kyle Springstroh, 3 1/3 innings, 7 strikeouts, and at the plate, 3 for 4 with 2 singles and a triple. So let's go with the pitching. You had some nice movement on the fastball and on your breaking pitch.
Yeah, it was one of my best days on the mound.
Also, your oldest sister said that you pitched for the North All-Star in Oshkosh in July. So how was your season overall?
It was a really good season this year. I think I did probably my best I could all year, and I have my team to thank me for that, and it was a good season.
All right. And then lastly, whoever to Xander Hippus, 2 doubles and 3 for 4 at the plate. So can you tell us a little bit about how you were seeing the ball?
I've seen it real well today. It was just same approach every time, hit the ball as hard as I can in open spots.
Anything else to add or anything to say to the people at home?
Angels in 4.
Angels in 4. All right.
All right.
Okay. Well,
Congratulations,
congratulations on the W, and hope to talk to you guys again tomorrow.
guys. Thank you
All
for
right.
taking
Thank
the
you
time.
much.
All right, Jeff. Thank you very much for the interview. We really appreciate it. And thank you guys for listening to the broadcast. We will be back here shortly with the next game as we get all set up for the next contest. Looks like it's going to be between Wahpeton, and I'm not sure who they're going to be taking on. I should have the schedule. I did have the schedule here. So I take that back. It's going to be Viroqua against La Crescent here for the 1:30 start, and we'll be ready for that game. You're listening to Jeff Sauer on Jeff's live stream and on Waupun Video Baseball live stream on Facebook. Thank you again. Let's see if we got some shout-outs to get out here before we go off air. So Cody Gaber's the #1 center fielder in Wisconsin. Good job, Logan, from your family back home. Way to go, Uncle Kyle, from your nephew and nieces. And way to go, Kaukauna. Congrats on the big win. It was a great way to start out this Central Plains National Tournament. Let's see if I got something on Facebook. I do not. So thanks again, everybody. We appreciate the support, and we look forward to bringing you the next broadcast. Take care, and God bless. What do you want to do? Do you want to do the Wahpeton game? Or
Is it next we got Wahpeton and
no, it's La Crescent and Viroqua. But I was just wondering.
Oh, you talk about when we put the Waupun game later tonight?
Steve has